Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Muscle Katt feels abandoned by taxpayers because the government doesn't have money. The government has money given to it by taxpayers. Okay, that's how they make their money. Well, it's not even making money. That's how they get their money. So tearful, Muscle Katt feels alone and abandoned, and she feels that the taxpayers hasn't come out of pocket to support her. Okay, that's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. Muscle Katt is a street worker and she has a 2-year-old toddler. Muscle Katt has a baby. She has 4 kids. 3 are with her per this article, and she has a toddler, a 2-year-old. You believe that? A 2-year-old. So she is living in an abandoned house. Here is the abandoned house. And she plies her trade. Okay? So not 1 gallon of paint probably went on that house. Not a brick was bought to fix up the house. She's just living in the house. No water. No water. She says her elbows are all swollen because she has to go with a bucket and get water. So she brought a child into the world, living in an abandoned house, has no water. I didn't hear anything about electricity. Maybe I read it, forgot I read it. I'm not going to read it again. You can read it. Be my guest and read it again. Or you can read it. But yeah, but she brought a child into the world. Then she has kind of an audacity to be in your paper, and Maria Bradshaw in her writing here says she was inconsolable, bawling her eyes out. You're not giving me enough money, taxpayers. I'm not getting any of your money. And then she says that she's having a problem. Okay, someone showed up. Someone showed up and told her, well, this house belongs to my family. And then they're saying that the house is sold. Okay, the house is sold, and the landlord, the new owners want her out, and she's having problems finding a place. Maybe maybe it's because of my profession. Maybe it's because of what I do. That's why I can't get some place to rent. Oh, you believe the shit? Of course it's your profession. Of course it's the kind of people you entertain. Of course it's because of your lifestyle. Would Maria Bradshaw put you up in a room in her house? Hell no! Hell to the no! Would anyone that has any kind of common sense or any kind of brain cells put you up? Hell to the no! It's not maybe. There's no maybe in that sentence. That maybe, like you're confused, like you maybe in the back of your mind you're thinking that people are looking at the. It's not back of your mind. It's up front and present. It's up front. Yes, Muscle Katt. It's your lifestyle. It's your lifestyle. You're a risk. You will be a risk. Okay. You're living in an abandoned house where the people came and told you that they own it. And with it being abandoned, with you being in it, not one you can look at it and you can just like, it's not even assuming. You could put your head on the block and says not 1 ounce of repair ever went into that house. It's not who you are. It's not who you are. You don't want anyone to profit from 1 block, 1 ounce of paint. You would think that, oh, I painted this house. I put money in this house. It's mine. You don't want anyone to think that you even put a cent in that house. Then you're going to have to leave and leave your cent behind. You don't do it. It's not in your nature. A Barbadian, well, most or some, I'm pulling back. Some Barbadians will live in a house for free. And they will live and let that house fall down around them. They will not put a anything. They will not say, okay, I'm not paying rent and I'm here. I'm not paying rent. Okay, I'm going to take the accommodations I have and I'm going to, like, I'm going to, you weigh a measure, and you say, but if I were in someone's house who wanted rent, if they were around, they'll probably be charging me $800 a month. 800. We're using some common sense and you're going to use some like pride, and you're going to assume the person has some integrity. Okay, well, $800 a month I was being charged. So since I'm here for free, I'm not here the way I should be. If I could spend at least $200 a month, and if they're running boards, get one by one, and then one time, you buy some paint and you paint a wall, and then next time you paint another wall, and you keep the area clean and you keep the area decent, because you're living there for free, and your mind as a human being and decent human being will tell you, well, I'm not going to let it fall apart, because I do live here and I have the audacity to have children. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm having children while I'm at it. So let me do something to show my children this cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm just talking, okay? Give me my liberty, okay? I'm just talking because I know some of y'all done got it in you, okay? So, okay, she hit a guy recently, and the guy was hospitalized. Everyone thought the guy was done. Everyone thought that guy was 6 feet under. Why didn't Maria ask her about that incident? How's that guy doing? No one cares about him? Okay, maybe he came to buy, and maybe he got it free, and maybe she thought she was going to get paid and he didn't pay. Whatever it is, she hit him real hard, and people thought he was done for the count, and he survived. And what happened to him, Muscle Katt? Is he okay? Is that guy okay? Nakita, is he okay? Nakita Jones, Muscle Katt is in your paper crying, feels abandoned. I wonder how her kids feel about her. Did she abandon them? I wonder how other people feel about her. I mean, wherever she was before that, they had to like physically put her out. I mean, everybody feels abandoned when they're dealing with certain people and in certain instances. So Muscle Katt is thinking that maybe because of her lifestyle. So you Bajans that read that, or you Bajans that are seeing it here, you can step up. You always want to step. Oh, you Veronica, Sherry Veronica, blah, 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 blah. Will you step up? Call her. Go down to where she lives and say, hey, I have a couple rooms. You can come and live with me. Okay? Go now. Go now to Nakita Jones, known as Muscle Katt, and tell her about the rooms you have in your house and how you wouldn't mind putting her up. Go now and tell her that. Otherwise, you have to agree with me. It is her lifestyle. She is going to have a problem no matter where she goes, even if it's something owned by the government. Jesus Christ, have mercy. You could be poor, but you could live in a decent way. You may not be making a whole lot of money, but you could assign some of that money to do certain things, okay? All this time that she has been working at this particular business that she works at, no time she realized that it ain't working. It's not working out for her. So instead of probably going and learn a trade, going and do something, answer a phone, become a receptionist, clean yourself up and become a receptionist or whatever, or be like, try to become a politician, try to become a minister of government, do something, go online, like your, people there in Barbados, they've been online, they're online now, they're doing it online. Do something. But what you are doing is not working out for you. It's not working out for you. You live in an abandoned house. It has been sold, and before it was sold, Someone came and said, it's my family home. When you move into a house, you should expect that someone is going to come knocking. You should expect it. And I'm not saying that if you are homeless, because if you say this, you have to say that. I'm not saying that if you're homeless and you know that there's a house up the street and it has been empty for like years and years, and you know that it has been that way, you needed to stay somewhere. I actually think that you're kind of smart to go and, you know, open the door and move in, clean it up. But I also think that you should expect that there's going to be an eviction time. And in that time, you should save all that money that you weren't paying rent with. And even if you could, even if you say that you moved in there because you could not afford to pay rent, you know you're going to have an excuse. Oh, we could not afford to pay rent. You should have something saved from the fact that you pay no rent, but you're working towards getting yourself out of that situation. You could have saved $200 a month, $300 a month. Some money should have been saved for the day that you have to leave. Okay? And if you're living there, what? 4 years, whatever, and you save, let's say you're saving $300 a month, and you're serious about what you're doing, that's $3,600 a year. You know, you have a couple thousand in several years, you know, to at least have first deposit, last deposit, and upright rent. You can at least do that for yourself. At least do things for yourself. The government, and, you know, not the government, but taxpayers owe you nothing. Taxpayers could give you a helping hand. It's there for a helping hand, but not to support you. Not in this time. Maybe in the future there'll be a time where people who don't want to work, you will have a universal income. Maybe they'll do that, because there are a lot of people who do not want to work. There are a lot of people who come in and they just want to just be like extras, you know, in a movie. They have the stars and then they have the people walking around just extras. Many people just want to be that. They don't want to really participate in society. They don't want to do it. So maybe in time there will be a universal income to incorporate you guys, and there will be less billionaires and less millionaires, because the money will be, you know, filtered down to people like you. But as it is now, there are too many greedy people in the world for that to benefit you. So Nakita Muscle Katt Jones, wipe your tears, you know, wipe your tears. You're going to cry yourself a river, and it could be perilous for you. Can you swim? This is Sherry Veronica.